All right, welcome back. Another day, another 2021-2022 leveling guide episode. Out of curiosity, let's see what's going on here. Okay, we know we probably could get that tench order. It'd be nice to get the bream order. I wonder if we could even get the bream order now. Let's go for it. It's only 4:30 in the morning. It wouldn't be a total shocker to get 3 1-kilo bream by 8 a.m., right? But if it doesn't happen by then, there's a chance to start going down pretty significantly, I would say. Oh yeah, we're down a... oh, we have real bream now. We are down a hook, aren't we? I don't remember what the clip was over here. I'm going to do 17. I think it was like 15 to 18, basically. It's raining. I just have a feeling we'll go 15 on this one. I have a feeling there's a chance. Actually, we're fine on hooks. I think the only thing we're missing is we used to have a 4 that we lost in that. That ghost snag at Oldberg Pond. So let's see if this happens. We need it to happen quick. Which one of these is not on the right? Oh, okay. Actually, 28's fine for bream. Alright, this is a kilo. Sounds like that middle one. Well, it's hard to say because the friction brake's so low. I mean, it's big enough to pull it, though. It's actually really important we don't lose this fish. Let me chill out just a little bit. Alright, really good start here. So it's been, I don't know, like over a week since I fished this spot. I was a little nervous the bream might be dried up here, but it seems like it's still pretty good. So is that going to be a kilo? It is. We are literally 1 bream away now. So this isn't it. But it's definitely still early enough. We should get this. I think what I'd like to do this episode, honestly, is just finish catching our bream. We might move over and just try to get 1 tench to get the cafe order, just because it's such a good way to make, you know, a little bit of silver with minimal effort. And then I think we might just go to Belaya. I saw somebody had caught a really nice dace at Belaya. And we might throw the spinner in again. But mostly what I want to do at Belaya is figure out how much it's going to cost to redo these reels. Because if it's a good deal, like, that's going to be part of our consideration on what gear we're getting next. So I guess I need to have at least an idea of what it cost. In comparison to actually buying a reel. So maybe we need to check the stock here at Oldberg. Now, Oldberg is an expensive place to buy something. but I'm just not sure the stock is there at Mosquito or Winding. Did I say Belaya? Hopefully I did. Belaya is where I'm talking about going. Winding and Mosquito is where I'm talking about the stock of some of their reels. Because my whole goal, my whole focus right now is to get 2 spinning rods, but more importantly, 2 spinning reels that we feel comfortable chasing fish around Quarry with. Which to me, 4 kilo is not enough. 6.5 is the minimum. And of course, having a Saber 60 is the ideal. So like, could we get 1 Saber 60 and 1 upgraded Lacerti? Or oh yeah, this is it, isn't it? 1 Saber 60 and 1 6.5 reel. Just depends on what the cost is. Throw those on some fairly cheap spinning rods. And then at least we have an option so we can troll Quarry and then keep catching bream at Oldberg. To me, that's the path of least resistance as long as Quarry's doing reasonably well. I think this will be a kilo, right? Yeah. So we've got it. I still think we stay here till 8. Because honestly, there's nothing else we're going to catch that's going to be this consistent a silver as what we potentially could catch here in the next hour. I had this sneaking suspicion that there's something really small on that middle rod, but maybe it's not there yet. I thought I saw some little nibbles, but ooh, what time is it? 7:21? This is like an old school big bream comes in right after 7 a.m. Unless it's a small common carp, of course, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels totally like a bream. How much do these Lacerti reels cost by themselves? Couldn't be more than, it's got to be less than 100 silver, right? If we upgrade one, we definitely want it to be whichever one has the least damage. And it's also almost tempting just to get a fresh one and do it, but I don't know, we'll see. It's probably not worth that. Alright, there it is. That might be 3 kilos, huh? Oh no, it's a common carp. And it's not 3 kilos. Oh. That is disappointing. Alright, it's 8. Let's stop putting them back in, I think. Is that a white bream? How cool is that? Wait, we do have 3 over a kilo. Yeah. Just barely. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. All right, we want to go to our fake tench stuff. I don't want a large one, and let's just go with caddisfly on all three, and see if we can't hit a little tench here. Just need 800 gram. But if it doesn't happen quick, we probably won't wait for it. Actually, I think 4 is fine on 1. We'll basically just go check out... oh, we don't have a feeder leader on this one. We'll go check out the cafe orders and everything, and then we'll come back. Hopefully we'll have one on. Well, we might get one right here. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Nope, that's not it. 120 grams too small. Well, something's feeding right here. Something is feeding. Come on. That's not it. That is a big gibel, though. I almost want to interrupt this nibble on the first rod. I guess I won't, but it's been nibbling so long that makes me nervous. Alright, let's go check out. Let's make sure that bream order isn't about to go away. Alright, we're just hitting gibels now. All right. 40 silver. That is beautiful. $27 more. That's great. We're probably going to be just under 300 silver after travel cost. Chances for tench are going to start going down dramatically as it gets a little later in the day. So we won't stay long. We had that one early tench. Yeah. All right. Yeah, they're here. We're not going to be patient enough to wait for it. All right, let's before we go sell the fish and travel, let's just get an idea here. So like the Adriatica is 470. I think it's normally 450 if you're not at Oldberg. Pride, add another 100 to it. So we're talking about 7.5 for 450 if they're in stock, 470 if you have to get it from Oldberg. So let's just keep that in mind. Oh, and the Lacerti is, yeah, just under 100. Okay. All right. So we're right at 300, but we got to travel a couple times here. So, all right, let's go to Belaya. And then I think we'll end back at Oldberg, because that's probably where we want to fish next time. All right, what are we looking for here? That's 2.3. 1.6. 1.9. So we'd probably want this one if we were going to do it. All right, so to get a better friction break, no, it's not in stock. Oh wait, this one's in stock. That's just 4 though. Did it used to be in stock? I could have sworn I heard people saying that Belaya was the place to do this. Oh, wait. Well, that's just for... Oh, wait. No, they do. What was I just looking at? I guess I was just focused on the... Okay. So 5.5 for only 18.9 silver? That's really cheap. And it takes 1 day? Why wouldn't you do that? I mean, it's just 1 kilo more power. But it'll just... Oh, man. I feel like that would help. It's only 5.5 though. I'm not really feeling that for trolling Quarry. Honestly, it's like next to nothing. I mean, so that one bream order we just did, that basically is the cost of 2 of these. I think that's pretty cool. I think I'm going to do it. $18.9. I mean, that seems like a no-brainer. If I'd known it was that cheap, I would have done it immediately when we started fishing at Oldberg. You're getting a whole 1.5 kilos more. Do they have these in stock? Yes, they do. which is excellent. Let's get a couple of these. And really, we want to go up to a little bit stronger line now. But we don't really want to do it here because of the cost, right? All right, let's see how this feels, though. Let's see if this is... I'm going to go to 25 depth. Let's see if this feels like we can catch a couple dace or something up here just to justify our being here. So probably what I'll do is just leave this logged in for a little while. This isn't the right spot, is it? And I bet I don't have a map. Where is this then? This looks like the right place. It's just not the right coordinates. Oh. Oh, it is the other side. Interesting. I've never caught dace or bleak or anything down here. Let's go try it. This is down in Timon territory. Look how hungry our poor guy is. By the way, of course it's out of stock. Both of them are out of stock. So I think this is more of the right spot. The major difference is going to be, because I don't have like a nicer telescopic rod, I can't cast as far as most people are casting in this spot. Also, people are using sandwich bait with both casters and maggots for this. So there's like all sorts of reasons why we may not get a decent result here. But I thought we'd just try it since we were coming to Belaya anyway. Alright. Just see if we're seeing any nibbles at all. We can't spin fish, at least not with the Lacertis. I guess we could use the guess we could use that. All right, let's check what are dace actually getting caught on right now? Caster and maggot here. But yeah, so I don't really want to leave here. I think, like I said, I think we'll just wrap this episode up here shortly, and then next time, when I start the next episode, we'll pick up the finished reels. Okay, we're not really seeing much happening here. Out of curiosity, let's see if Bleak are biting at all in the normal Bleak spot, and then we'll cast just a couple times with the little micro spinning setup. See if we can hit a couple grayling just for fun. So we're still at 222 silver, and we're going to have a little bit increased strength on our Lacertis, although I do think we'll get a little bit better line. So that'll suck a lot of that silver out, but is this normally where the Bleak are? I think this is it, right? So we want to go all the way up to 17 depth. Let's just see if they're biting at all right now. You can usually catch fairly reliable Bleak here. That's probably what that was. I guess I just hit it a little too quick. When I think of catching Bleak, especially for bait fish, I would say this is one of like 3 or 4 spots that there's a spot at Volkov, there's a couple spots at Winding, and then this spot. And that's basically what I think of for catching Bleak bait fish. But if you're lower level, catching Bleak is not a terrible idea. Dace might be even slightly better if you can hit a reliable spot, but Bleak can be good because they add up in terms of silver at this level. And XP, to be fair, it's not terrible. Especially with the bream nerf on XP. So if you haven't ever done any repairs to gear, which technically what we're doing isn't a repair, we're upgrading, but it's the same system. It takes a certain amount of in-game hours when you use silver to repair something, and you have to be logged in for that time to go down. That's why I was talking about just leaving this account logged in for a little while after we finish this episode so that the reels are ready next time we play. All right. Just for fun, let's give it a try here. I'm a little confused. Oh, right. That makes sense. Oh, this is what I need to remember. And we're not using this feeder anymore, so I definitely need to take all that stuff off. Alright, but we still can only use the 2000 size reel on this. Is 3.1 is perfect. We can put a leader on there just for fun. Alright, and let's see... let's see if anything's biting at this spot. This spot is just so much safer than the one we typically do. Okay. We're not seeing anything, so we'll check this spot. That's an interesting question. What is better, Volkov or Quarry? I mean, there's not like a static answer to that. Spots change, fish migrate. Sometimes you'll have a better day at Quarry. Sometimes you'll have a better day at Volkov. And overall, if you're talking about bottom fishing, Volkov is almost always better, although sometimes some really good bream spots will pop up at Quarry. If you're talking about spin fishing, it just depends on what's hot and what you're wanting to do. Volkov's a lot bigger place, so there's going to be times where there's hot spots on Volkov that maybe people don't even know about because there's so many water bodies now that everything doesn't get tested as much. But if you're a new player, if you're a low-level player, I will say that Quarry is just easier to troll. There's less places that you need to check. There's usually more information, especially since Quarry had that big update. People are spending more time probably at Quarry trolling around than Volkov recently, I would guess. But, you know, every once in a while you get a really, you know, hot couple of weeks on salmon at Volkov. I just don't know with the newest Ladoga map they added how ultimately that will impact Volkov, like over the course of, oh man, it popped off. Over the course of time, it may be that Volkov takes a little bit of a hit in terms of the salmon and everything. But I don't know. I'm sure Volkov will still have some really good days. At least right now, this place, I mean, this spot doesn't feel like it's on fire, but you can tell there's at least fish here. We've had a couple of strikes, a couple of hits. Caught, what, one grayling and one perch so far? Now 2 grayling. They're small, but at least a chance. Oh, there we go. That might be the first marker, right? If it's a grayling. Oh, it's a chub. Interesting. Alright, let's try the snowflake. I hate to use the snowflake now that the Christmas fair is over because you can't get it, but I'm sure some of you did get some snowflakes and the other lures during the Christmas fair. Always worth trying them though. Sometimes they work really well as for these little spinner baits. I wouldn't think that now would be the time based on the overcast. It's been rainy, overcast. It's kind of a bright lure, but you never know. we'll see how work goes tonight. If you're a higher level player watching this, first of all, thanks for the support. It's probably pretty boring for you in some ways, but I appreciate it. My hope is, if I have time with work tonight, my hope is to go ahead and try to get a couple episodes in. I'd like to do a little bit of carp fishing at Amber. And secondly, I would like to try some more trolling at the new archipelago, the new Ladoga map. So I'll try to work on those tonight if work allows, if work permits. And I don't know how many of you have the shared interest of board games, playing board games with your friends or family, or if you have had much experience with hobby level board games. But I am still working on plans for starting a new channel about board games. It will be, at least to start with, mostly the content will be either just myself, but also probably my son is really the one that he's wanting to do it with me. So we'll try to do some content together as well. So if you're interested in that at all, obviously I will announce that here. And very selfishly ask for all of you to come support the new channel to at least try to help it get a jump start. But I'll let you know when and if we do get that started. A lot of it's just like we're working on the details. It's such a different thing, I'm finding, and some of you may have experience with this. It's such a different thing to try to record, upload or edit, record, all that stuff, and even what like equipment. We're trying to do it so that it's like decent quality, obviously, but we also don't want to spend a bunch of money, especially in the beginning, because it may just be something we do for fun and never take off, which is fine. But it's hard to justify like spending significant amount of money on it. So trying to figure out the logistics of that is so different than what I'm used to doing. Now, some of the content on that channel will still be me. I'm wanting to spend a good bit of time. Sorry, I didn't mean to go into this much detail about it, but I'm wanting to spend a good bit of time looking at Kickstarters and board games that are being crowdfunded through GameFound or Kickstarter. And so some of that I'll be able to do from the computer in a very similar fashion in which I create videos for this channel. So I'll just be, spending my time creating content for both channels. But a lot of the content will also hopefully be actually sitting at our table that we have in our little board game space of the house, and doing like how to play videos, reviews, and some more in-depth content highlighting specific games. So again, if that sounds interesting to you, first of all, I'd love to know if that sounds interesting to you. That might encourage us a little bit, but also just kind of keep an eye out. I'll let you know once that channel and content starts to go live. So yeah. All right, so we have, before we log off for this episode, I will go check and see, just for fun, like how much time is left on those reels that are getting upgraded. It's something I'm pretty excited about. This is something new in the game. I've never been able to test a Lacerti 2 with an upgraded friction brake. So is it going to be more powerful? I mean, it should be. I've also heard that possibly the wear and tear goes a lot more quickly. So we'll see if we notice that as well. And maybe when we do go to Quarry, we'll at least start off trying to use one of these Lacertis as a 5.5. Did I say 6.5? 5.5 friction brake strength. Which is really interesting, right? Because back back in the day, do we actually have any decent fish here? 1 marker grayling, 1 marker bleak, 1 marker chub. Back in the day, which if we needed a couple bleak with what time it is, we could probably catch a couple real quick. But let's see what the cafe says. You know, back in the day, Lacerti 1s were... we got nothing. Lacerti 1s were stronger than Lacerti 2s. So there's 7 more 7. We almost paid for the travel cost. So I don't think they don't still have the old Lacertis listed, right? No. So they're 4 kilo max drag now. I think they used to be 5. Was it 5? And now with the workshop option, we're able to take it up to 5.5. Oh, somebody have to remember me. Next time on my main account, I'll look, because I have a couple of old Lacertis. I like hang on to them because I think it's fun to have the old models. But yeah, they used to be stronger, and then they got nerfed at some point when they became Lacerti 2s. Or at least the power got nerfed. I don't know. Other stats, other areas might have been buffed. I don't know, but... Okay, so we're sitting here at 230 silver. We're almost level 15 and a half. We're going to have some upgraded Lacerti. So I think the main thing we're saving for now is maybe one nicer reel, which I don't know what that will be. Will it be a Saber 60, a Pulsar, maybe something not quite that high? I don't know. We'll see. And then a couple of spinning reels that we can use at Quarry. I mean, that's kind of what we're saving for so that we're ready to go try some trolling at Quarry. Okay, as always, thanks for watching. Y'all are the best. I appreciate all the support. Wish the best to you. And hopefully see you again very soon. Thank you again. Tight lines.